Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So today I was on Facebook and I saw this article about Kanye West. And basically it was talking about how he made some statements in support of the Republican Party at his concert this past Sunday. And basically what he said is that the Republican Party is the party of Lincoln, that the Republican Party is the party that freed the slaves. And then he went on to complain about people calling him a coon for supporting Donald Trump. And then, he basically talked about how he doesn't feel compelled to vote a certain way simply because of the color of his skin. And he basically compared that to mind control. And then he went on to talk about how he is a follower of Jesus Christ, etc. For those of you who have not read this story or haven't seen the story or haven't seen the video footage, I will post a link in the description box so that you can check it out for yourself, read it for yourself, and actually watch the video footage for yourself. So what I want to do is respond to this stuff, and this is nothing new. We hear this kind of stuff from black Republicans all the time to try to get people to leave the Democratic Party and to support the Republican Party. They use this rhetoric about the Republican Party freeing slaves and being the party of Lincoln. And, the mere fact that the only thing that these people can point to as a benefit to the black community from the Republicans is freeing the slaves, something that took place over 150 years ago, that tells you that the Republican Party hasn't done anything in modern history that has been beneficial to the black community. As a collective, they haven't done anything that has been beneficial to our community. In fact, they have done so many things that have been detrimental to our community. So that's why they have to constantly go all the way back to slavery times, to 150 years ago. That tells you they haven't done anything that's beneficial to our community. Because if they had, they would be able to cite this program, this policy, and that policy that has benefited black people that the Republicans are responsible for. But they are unable to do so. So they go back to slavery days. And the fact of the matter is, today's Republican Party has policies that are openly hostile to black people. It's the Republican Party that is trying to suppress black voters all around this country, in places like North Carolina, in places like Texas, in places all around this country where they are trying to make it more difficult for African Americans to vote. This is well documented. It's the Republican Party that attacked the Voting Rights Act, that gutted the Voting Rights Act. It's Republican Supreme Court justices who voted to gut the Voting Rights Act. And after they gutted that act, it's Republican governments that have tried to follow up by suppressing black voters. It is Republicans who are attacking affirmative actions. It's Republicans that are attacking vital social programs that benefit minority communities, black communities in particular. Programs like Head Start, programs like food stamps, programs like Section 8, programs like student aid, programs like Medicare and also the Affordable Care Act, programs that disproportionately benefit African Americans. These are programs that your Republican Party is trying to dismantle. So this party is openly hostile to the interests of black people. And then when we get down to Donald Trump, that's a whole nother story. And then if you just look at the Southern strategy, all somebody has to do is basic fundamental research on the Republican strategy, how the Republican Party, after the passage of key civil rights legislation, decided that their best strategy to win elections is to pander to white racists who feel disaffected as a result of passage of civil rights laws, who feel threatened by the new opportunities that African Americans and other so-called minorities have in this country. So they decide to deliberately pander to these people, to these racists, to these white supremacists. All you have to do is listen to the video of Lee Atwater, a key Republican strategist, explaining the Southern strategy. And I'll post that in the description box so that you could check that out. And then finally, man, this Republican Party is not the party of Lincoln. This modern day Republican Party is not that party. This is the party of Richard Spencer, a white supremacist. This is the party of David Duke, another white supremacist. This is the party of Donald Trump, another white supremacist. Somebody that has made it abundantly clear that he is hostile to the interests of black people. Donald Trump is the one that decided to use his Justice Department to attack affirmative action. Donald Trump is the one that decided to set up a sham voter fraud commission designed to suppress black and Latino voters. Donald Trump is the one that joked about police brutality. Donald Trump's administration is the one that said police brutality was some local issue, despite the fact that every other day we're hearing about another young black man or black woman being killed by these police. So for him, it's not even a priority. Donald Trump is the one that's been sued by the Justice Department twice for housing discrimination. This is the party of Trump. Donald Trump is the one who encouraged his supporters to attack black protesters. Donald Trump is the one that took out a full-page ad in New York magazines and newspapers calling for the death penalty against those young brothers who were falsely accused in that Central Park rape case. And even to this day, this man does not apologize. Donald Trump is the one that talked about how our motherland of Africa and Haiti are shithole countries. This is what Donald Trump has said. And none of those Republicans had a guts, had a courage, had a balls to stand up to this man. This is the party of Trump. This is not the party of Lincoln. The fact that this party can share a tent with people like Richard Spencer, with people like a David Duke, speaks volumes in and of itself. So, you know, when I hear Kanye West and all these other people make these ridiculous statements about the Republicans and all that kind of stuff, all I can do is shake my head, because they have to go back 150 years to think of something good that Republican Party is doing for black people. And when we have all these constant examples of all these things that those Republicans are doing to our detriment. So anyway, man, tell me what y'all think. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I post new content. Also, I want to encourage you all to support my political campaign. I will post a link in the description box to my political campaign website. As many people know, I'm running for Baltimore City Council, District 4. You will see my information on the website. Please donate to the campaign. You can help this campaign for a better Baltimore by contributing your money to this campaign. Any small donation will help. I have 9,000 subscribers, as I mentioned before. If every single subscriber gave $10 to this campaign, we will be highly competitive in this race. And I want to shout out the brothers and sisters who have heeded that call and who have donated to this campaign. I have to salute you for making your words manifest. You know, you say you support me, and you actually showed and proved that you support me. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. For the people in the Baltimore City area, you can actually support my campaign by canvassing with your brother, canvassing for a better Baltimore, canvassing for peace and progress in this city. So yeah, support me, man. I appreciate those who have, and I hope that more continue to do so. So with that, I'm going to say peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Have a good night.